growing persecution in China, Biden increases the protections against deportation for residents of Hong Kong. For an additional 2 years, eligible Hong Kong residents will receive work permits as well as a reprieve from deportation. Less than 2 weeks before it was supposed to expire, President Biden extended the Deferred Enforced Departure (DED) program, which shields Hong Kong residents in the U.S. from deportation because of increasing repression from the Chinese government. The National Security Council issued a statement saying, "With this move, we are once again demonstrating President Biden's strong support for the people of Hong Kong in the face of escalating PRC tyranny. We continue to vehemently oppose the PRC's use of its national security law to violate Hong Kong residents' fundamental rights and human freedoms, torpedo Hong Kong's independence, and erode the remaining democratic institutions and processes in Hong Kong." Due to the program's 2-year extension, residents of Hong Kong who would otherwise be deported for exceeding the validity of their initial visas may do so up until January 26, 2025. This DED extension was created for qualified Hong Kong citizens who were anxious about leaving the U.S. after finding a temporary safe haven there. During their prolonged stay, DED grantees are also qualified to apply for authorization to work in the United States. In accordance with the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services (USCIS), Biden has the authority to prolong the DED. On August 5, 2021, Biden first allowed Hong Kong residents to participate in the DED program, delaying their deportation for an additional 18 months. Biden stated at the time that the U.S. wished to provide citizens of Hong Kong with protection from China's implementation of the National Security Law (NSL). The United States is dedicated to a foreign policy that ties together our democratic ideals with our foreign policy objectives, which are focused on defending democracy and advancing human rights around the world. In a statement on August 5, Biden remarked, "The deportation reprieve was first granted by the Biden administration in August 2021 as a result of worries about the substantial degradation of rights and freedoms in Hong Kong." Following protests in Hong Kong in 2019 over a proposed law enabling extraditions to mainland China, the Chinese authorities took action to quell resistance. In June 2020, the national security law went into effect, and since then, the police have been harshly repressing opposition politicians, activists, and protesters. Additionally, changes were made to Hong Kong's election regulations to lower the proportion of lawmakers who are directly elected and provide a committee that is overwhelmingly in favor of Beijing the power to designate representatives who support the mainland government. The Biden administration's action, according to Lu Pengyu, spokesman for China's embassy in Washington, further showed the United States' sinister purpose to destabilize stability in Hong Kong and contain China's development, he added. He urged the United States to stop meddling in Hong Kong's internal affairs. According to the White House, at least 150 opposition politicians, activists, and protesters have been detained since China implemented its national security law on the basis of politically motivated charges such as secession, subversion, terrorist activities, and collusion with a foreign nation or external elements. The White House also reported that over 10,000 people had been detained on different counts in connection with anti-government protests, and that 1,200 political prisoners were now imprisoned.